Welcome to Take One Talk, a podcast with suggestions and topics made up on the spot, and Take One has to deal with the chaos. Make sure to send in your comments and questions to our social media at Take One Improv so we can talk about it on our show. Now, get ready to take off your pants and piss yourself.
Oh no. Why is the camera not going?
Can you switch back to the opening logo?
I can. One moment, everybody!
Hi, everyone! No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
backwards.
great. It's a bit high, but that's fine.
We could go down a little bit, right?
It's
It,
fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care.
I.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
I'm gonna do it
guys.
This way.
Can y'all? Are we live?
We are live.
Hey.
Hi. Welcome
Oh,
to
there's
Take One Talk. Episode 5. Oh, I was supposed to take off this cover. It's okay.
Covered in dog hair. We're covered in dog hair.
Christian forgot. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of Take One Talk. It's if it's not obvious, Danny and Corey aren't here, and Christian's falling apart. That's not true. Christian's doing great. Chanel's been a great help. So starting off, we can move this in a bit closer. Starting off, so hey everybody, welcome. Give a big round of applause to Chanel. Hi Chanel, it's nice to have you on the show.
If I can't hear other claps, I clap for myself.
I'm just so used to being in a booth, and like that's just how we like. Actually, we don't even touch. We like clap with. We leave space for Jesus.
But like, what's the point of clapping if there's no sound? It's not like you're around like blind people. They clap like this.
Sure.
So it's like.
Wait, blind people or
Yeah,
deaf?
Blind, deaf. Shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Yeah, deaf people. Yeah, you're right. Blind people, they can see this.
Yeah.
It's the only thing they can see.
Yeah.
Deaf people.
Well,
yeah.
so in a voiceover booth, like it helps to mime out actions.
Okay.
You know, it's like you know, it's just like acting. It's just we can't make the extraneous noises.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, so this is Chanel. She is another member of Take One. I'm gonna try and get every single member of Take One on at least an episode, if not more. That's the goal. Like this whole thing is about meeting Take One and talking with Take One. And so if you're new to this show, podcast, whatever, who is Take One? Take One is a group of professional actors and improvisers, and we tour around the country doing shows, improv comedy shows. Like we do conventions. This past weekend we did a Renaissance fair. That was wild. It got down into like the 20s.
Were you in a kilt?
I was in a kilt, yeah.
That's hilarious. Being below in the 20s in your kilt,
Yeah.
running around. Do your accent.
Do my accent?
Did you
I
do a
did.
Scottish accent?
I did. I was talking a bit like.
Talking a bit like that.
Well, that's a bit more Irish.
Yeah, I'm good at the Irish. And
Good
I'm
at the Irish. I'm good at the
Scottish.
Irish too. But no, I did do Scottish. So, all right, you know, it's a lot of rolled R's, and I actually don't hit my T's very often.
Not good at the.
At the R's? Really?
Yeah, it's not a thing that like I can do it in like specific Spanish words, but I'm not like good at. I can't do the Scottish accent because of that.
All right.
Yes, right.
The funny thing is that when I'm doing my Scottish accent, I actually slip into Russian a lot.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, usually I'm okay at my Irish accent. It's not coming out all right.
Well, the Irish is more fun.
It is more fun.
I'm actually a lot more able to stay in it easier. I don't really slip into nothing else when doing Irish.
I am feeling pressure from the camera, so
Are
I can't
you?
do it. Yeah,
It's okay. We're all friends here.
yeah, but the accent. I want to get the accent right.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
So, like, do you have a way that you practice accents?
No.
No?
I just watched a lot of television and a lot of movies growing up, and I was that really annoying kid who would watch and then rewatch and then learn all the words to the point where like family members would be like, Chanel, we know you've watched this movie already. Stop repeating the words. So like that was the way I'd get accents. I just have to watch shows with accents.
Got you.
Yeah.
So what I do is I watch tutorials and stuff like everybody else, but then to actually practice it, get my mouth used to it, I will create D&D characters.
That's a good idea.
That way, like, I am forced to practice every week for a couple of hours.
That is a good idea. I'm in one D&D campaign right now, and my character already has their whole way of talking, so I can't do that unless I were like to playing more D&D games, which I could, but I'm so busy.
I get it.
So busy.
Yeah, no, we would do. I've never been a part of one of those lifelong campaigns.
Someone's
Hi,
here.
someone's here. I'll be back. Filibuster.
Filibuster?
Yeah, tell them about yourself. Hey.
Oh, you mean fill
Chanel,
the space?
how long have you been doing improv?
Okay, that wasn't weird at all. I am Chanel. I've been doing improv for about 2.5 years now, and Kimber is now here.
Wait, is this like a
We
thing
are
that-
live.
Oh, fudge, I didn't know it was going to be on camera.
Yep, it's on camera.
Yeah.
We're live streaming it.
Wow. You can see how much I keep up with things right now.
That's okay.
I'm kind of busy.
Can you squeeze into the middle?
What?
Just scooch over.
I can't squeeze in everywhere.
All right, everybody.
Kimber's here.
Put your hands together for Kimber.
Hi.
Clap
Just-
like the sound people
You
do.
can clap like for reals. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm going to clap like a snob at a golfing tournament.
It's a golfing tournament. Okay, cool. Awesome. So Chanel obviously is another member of Take One. Chanel, did you answer how long you've been doing improv?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yes.
Kimber, how long have you been doing improv?
Great question.
You're gonna need to speak loud enough.
That is
the
a
mics-
great question.
Thank you so much.
Great question. February 2019 is when I started.
And today is October.
November 4th.
Fine, it's been like 3.5 years.
It's November 4th.
Thank you, Chanel.
Ah!
Oh my goodness gracious, you good? You okay, sweetheart?
Oh, man.
Do you need an ice pack?
I don't know. What is...
That
There
is
is a
a granite.
corner.
That is a granite countertop. Is what that is.
So glad we did that on camera.
Yay!
Ow.
I'm gonna clip
I'm
that
okay.
out.
Do
I'm
you need an ice
okay.
pack?
I should be okay.
We did not sign waivers for
We
this.
did
Not
not.
sign a waiver. This was not a part of being on Take One.
No,
No,
it
no,
never
No,
is.
injury is definitely part of being on Take One.
Yeah.
Just put that in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
How am I supposed to fling my head back laughing if I'm gonna hit it against
So,
something?
Very true.
this goes into my second question. Have you sustained any injuries doing improv? Besides that right there.
Have I? I just have like bad knees and now a bad hip flexor, so I don't.
But
know
that's
if
from rugby, right?
Yeah, but like I think I've tweaked things doing improv and like
Okay.
I've hurt my soul doing improv. Let me tell you that one time.
Yes.
That one time in practice when I tried to pick Hale up and I couldn't do it, that really hurt me. Not because like I could have hurt her, she's fine, but because I used to be very strong and now I am very weak. And
Gotcha.
it really annoys me.
I remember watching you doing that and being like,
Yeah,
"This is a choice
Yeah, I was
that
gonna-
will not be made again."
I could, if it was me, like, before I got weak, I would have been able to pick her up and throw over my shoulder. God, I used to be so strong. I used to deadlift and powerlift and, oh, gosh, I can't wait. 2 years. I'll be, that's what I'm giving myself, 2 years.
Okay.
And then what happens after 2 years?
I'm going to be strong again. I went and talked to a personal trainer today about, like, doing upper body stuff because I'm doing PT for my lower body, for my bad knees.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not allowed to do any lower body at the gym. So, like, there's a whole plan. I have a whole plan to be some semblance of my old athletic self again.
Good for
That's
you.
great.
Very excited about it.
I'm excited too.
Hmm.
I need to hit the gym again.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't.
That's
I don't have like really good excuse. I mean, my back hurts. I'm doing my own physical therapy for my back, but Kimber, I know you've injured yourself outside of improv a lot.
Yes, you're always hurting. Why?
Okay.
But
all
like
right.
in improv.
Oh, all
in
the
acting-
time.
Okay, cool.
All right. So basically, one, my legs bruise very easily.
Yes.
And if I do not discover the next day after a show weird bruises,
Mm-hmm.
then I can say to myself, "Man, I didn't have enough fun."
No, sure. My knees bruise all the time.
Yeah,
All the
no.
time.
If you get injured, that means that you had fun.
Yeah.
I have, as Corey actually put it just last night, I have a constitution stat it's my dump stat.
Yes.
Constitution is my dump stat. I have the constitution of a sickly Victorian child. And I can explain what's going on later. It's pelvic and muscular in nature. So that means moving in general.
Oh, that sucks.
It's not a great idea. And I've
Yeah.
so I've been trying to do a lot more relaxing, which is hard.
Yeah, relaxing is weird. these
It
days.
is- I
hard.
agree with that. I did the weirdest thing today. So, like I said, I went to meet this personal trainer guy. He has like a gym close to my job. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be 10 minutes from my job. I could just go into work for a little bit and fix something. I could have been at home relaxing afterwards.
Yeah.
But instead, I went to my job, and luckily the door was closed, so I couldn't get in there, even though I was told I should be able to get in there. So I ended up going home and like laying in bed and being like, I guess I should just like chill here. And I
Yeah,
couldn't.
learning to chill is hard.
It was just like, I need to be up here at a certain time. I need to set my alarm. And I was just like sitting here anxiously waiting on when I had to start driving to come up here. And I actually left earlier than I needed to, so I stopped to get some ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream. I had
sunny.
milkshake last night. I had milkshake last night.
Ah,
no
yes.
further questions.
Like a little boy.
And it brought all of the boys to the yard.
It did. Yeah. The waitress last night was not a fan of mine.
Oh my gosh, she wasn't a fan of us in
No.
general until we tipped her. She was like, "What is this nonsense?"
I always try to be so nice to waitresses, but she was just like, it seemed like she was having a day.
I think she was just having a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, which is fine.
Because we were nice
Yeah.
to her. We're just
Can't
a
expect her to.
lot.
Yeah.
We are a
So
lot.
we had a team dinner last night. And yeah, Take One, we're a bit much.
Yeah.
We are chaos incarnate, is what it basically comes down to. Especially if you get all of us into a room together.
Sure.
It's wild. Am I allowed to cuss on here?
Let's try to keep it PG-13.
Okay, PG-13 it
I was
is.
Yeah.
about to scream the F word.
Yeah, let's
It's
not
my
do that.
favorite word.
I mean, it's
Like,
fair.
I mean, so this stream is not necessarily for kids, but you know.
Yeah, I
let's-
didn't realize. See, I thought it was a podcast, so I
It
thought we
is.
would be. I thought we'd be just recording audio, though.
Right.
I was not aware that podcast meant hi video.
Yeah, the
We are
other
trying
podcast,
to
someone would do
appeal
that.
to the widest audience possible.
And so I was like, oh, okay, I can't find it. I'll be 5 minutes late. That's okay. And then walk in straight to this. Hi, audience. I'm
Hi.
sorry. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
It's okay.
I was coming from doing stuff for 5th graders. I'm sorry.
Aw.
I wasn't. I was doing my audiobook. So I was doing audio. I'm also not a video person. Luckily, Chanel helped me get the
I'm
camera
a
set
video
up.
person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are. You're techie as heck.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I mean, y'all are doing okay, like, in general?
Pretty good. Yeah.
I've got the day off tomorrow.
Ooh.
I thought that I had signed up for an improv show that's happening tomorrow morning.
Oh,
I thought
the field trip.
okay, so I swear I filled out the doodle, but I'm pretty sure, and this happens to me. I forget that you have to.
Press the button at
You
the bottom.
not that you have to press the button, but that you have to press it twice because it takes you to a review screen. There you submit, and I forget it all the time.
You gotta wait for it to tell you that your vote has been counted.
Yeah, or well, because you have to look over what it is that you put, and then you hit submit. And so I hit it once. I didn't scroll down and hit it a second time, and so I'm not in that show tomorrow. But that's okay. I'm still gonna take the day off.
Are you gonna relax?
I mean, I'm gonna go and play video games with someone, anyways.
That's true.
I mean, going and playing video games can be relaxing.
It's relaxing. Just the first time I've played video games with them. But anyways, so yeah, I am a little sad that I'm not in that show, but at the same time, I'm kind of physically hecked up right now. So
Yeah.
it's probably okay that I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So
No, it's good.
yeah, but yeah, I'm doing all right. This is my first time taking vacation time that doesn't pertain to a side gig this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
why don't you use your vacation time?
I forget. I'm very bad about it. At my old job, we never had time. It was very high stress, very high pressure. I probably lost probably 150 hours of vacation time over the 5 years that I was there. That doesn't add
Oh,
up. Sorry.
come on.
Does that add up?
Honey,
No, actually, it does add up. Yeah,
You
no.
have to take your vacation.
Oh no, I've learned that place was toxic as heck. So I've learned that. And last year, my boss actually forced me to take
Good.
to use up the rest of my sick time since that wouldn't carry over.
Yeah.
But yeah, my boss forced me to take a 7-day vacation around Christmas last year because she was
Good.
like, "You're going to lose 5 days." It's like, oh, and then you've got this time from your actual vacation time. Is like, oh, I didn't realize that's how this place worked. I thought I'm used to a place that pushes the employees to keep working and keep working.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That makes me realize just how lucky I am, like where I work, because like I'm a contractor technically, but they're just like, hey, just you have to take a day off. We're still gonna pay you. Just put it in there. And it's just like, all right, cool, because they're so great about like they don't want us to burn out or anything. So it's a really great place.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I lucked into this wonderful job. I don't want to say where it is or anything.
No,
but,
it's
like,
fine.
It sounds like it's really neat.
It's so good. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't.
Yeah,
wanna say
that's
anymore.
great. That's one of the things, like, because I am purely freelance, I don't work with, like, I will freelance for companies and kind of whatever, but, like, if I don't work, I don't get paid. And but also, like, what also really sucks is I do a ton of work that doesn't get paid.
Yeah.
You know, like, all of my marketing I do and all of the auditioning and finding jobs, yeah. But then again, like, the jobs I do get, they pay decently well.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can make in a day what someone like that like is in fast food. I can make what they make in a day in like an hour, which isn't me trying to brag. You know, I'm not bragging, but it's like
But
I'm
it's
better
not
than
consistent.
fast food people.
right.
It's not
it's-
the consistent.
Look
not-
down on the fast food people.
yeah.
No, don't do. And nobody soundbite that. Nobody cut that. No.
Forget the fast food people.
Chanel, stop. Chanel, stop.
Minimum wage workers have nothing on voice
Well, that's the
actors.
thing, though, is like I recently did an audition for a gig, and it's audiobook-esque. It's horror stories, and I was doing the math of the rate they gave me and how long it takes me to complete each gig, and I would be making below minimum wage, which it's still money. Like, I only work a couple times a week outside of my audiobooks. And if I'm doing like that one gig where I make in a day more than somebody in like McDonald's, but that's the only time I work that week, I'm not making more than somebody at McDonald's. It doesn't like balance out, you know?
Yeah,
I'm just happy if I can cover my therapy for the week.
which is a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy
No.
too.
That's good stuff, man.
I think so. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. So from here, I'm debating if I want to do. I want to get to know the two of you a bit more, because again, this is a podcast all about the team, and you and Kimber, for the audio listeners, is hiding. So we know how long you've been doing improv. When did y'all actually join Take One?
For me, that would have been May of 2021. And I didn't know what was going on. There were these improv like extra classes that were at the theater on like Sunday afternoons, and they were called GoPro classes, and Corey taught a lot of them. I miss GoPros. And one day Corey just was like, hey, you want to stay after practice for a while and practice with Take One? And I was like, sure. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And I am a very anxious person. And so, and I have very low self-esteem. I'm better than I used to be. But my entire thing was like, oh, they just want me here as like a practice dummy. And it took like 4 practices for me to finally get up the courage to ask Corey, hey, so why exactly am I here? You're talking about doing a show soon, and I'm not sure what's going on. Shut up, Chanel!
I love that you treated it like, you're like, so are we dating, or like, what are we?
Gosh, that's just my approach to life in general, and you saying that about dating is so triggering. Anyways.
Oh no.
I also love too, you're like, I just showed up and I was so confused. That hasn't changed. 'Cause you showed up tonight, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. I know many things. They're just not about my life.
Okay. No, you do know a lot of things.
I know many things.
Random stuff.
But anyways, that was it. And then I've been with these freaking weirdos ever since.
Yeah.
Chanel, darling, you.
That's not okay. Yeah, well, that doesn't help me. You keep getting closer and closer. Look away. Look at him.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Look up.
Yeah, keep doing
You
that.
look at me, I'll look at Chanel.
Okay, so I guess I started as supposedly their tech person a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
This is so weird to do.
You're telling me.
Yep, this is how it goes sometimes with Take One.
So I started getting to rehearse with you guys and not do shows, and then I guess it's been like 2 months now that I've officially been a part of it. I think 2 months. Yeah. And I got to go to my first con in Midland in the middle of nowhere, and and that was fun. So I've been performing with y'all and rehearsing with you guys for about a couple months.
For the audio listeners, Kimber is stroking my beard.
And you are staring into my eyes.
I have to, or else I'll break. I will fall apart. You are my anchor. Don't you do it too. Oh God.
Your eyes are so brown.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I have
like a
lost
really good
control
color.
of this.
Here, try on his glasses.
you.
They're a little greasy. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Christian.
Now I have to see.
He's not blind or anything. It's just like the change.
Wow,
hurt
I
my
forget how
eyes.
tiny my head is sometimes.
I have an abnormally large head. You can't really tell because my body is also pretty big, but like my head's pretty big.
So if you lost weight, your head would stay the same way.
I mean, it does shrink a little bit, like here in my jawline. But no, I've got a pretty big head. No, so for me, November is actually my 2 years with Take One. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
It's so crazy because, like I've told you before, we spent 5 hours in a car driving, and
Well,
we had
10
a lot
if
of
you
talk.
did both ways.
Yeah, 10 hours talking about things in life.
That is how those car rides go. They're beautiful.
And
Yeah.
I remember I was telling you how I thought you were with them for a long time, and the first time I saw you at Stomping Around, I was like, oh my gosh, he's so good.
Thank you.
I just want to like improvise with him all the time.
My very first time I ever improvised with you, I proposed to you in a scene.
Oh yeah.
It's I don't know why my memory's so bad, but I remember it so vividly because I'd never, because I surprised myself. It's a very weird thing to do, to propose to somebody you just met in a scene, but it's weird. And I just remember thinking you were so cool about it because I'd never improvised with you before, and I was like, oh, that was really cool. Like she was just totally fine, and I don't know, it felt freeing.
I love that that's like a part of my reputation there, because like Melanie, she was telling me that I was her first improv scene ever. And like when I was actually at the con with you guys, she sent me a text after a jam. It's like, I'm in a room with a bunch of people whose first improv scenes are with you, and we're just talking about you. It was just like, oh my gosh, tell me more, but like stop, like tell me more, you know.
Keep going, but stop.
Yeah, keep going. Like it's like, hold me back. I'm gonna get, you know. It was
Yeah.
kind of like that.
No,
That's so cool. And then at the con, you proposed to me again.
Did I?
Yeah, we were engaged, and Corey and Daddy.
That's right.
We were playing the paper game, and somebody
Paper
wrote
Cliché,
on it
yeah.
that my line, the last line, was Christian Eris is a god.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot about that. I just
Oh my
see.
gosh, does this mean you have a cult?
So that was written very specifically by a staff member of Fandom Events.
It doesn't matter. The lore is now that you have a cult.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I am the cult master. Which
We're all your lesbians now.
that is such a funny thing to say out of context.
Yep, and we can't go into the detail on that. Nope, we can't.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about anything at all.
We're Christians lesbians now.
For the record, I am a biromantic asexual. Okay.
I love that there's no context. I
don't
refuse.
need any context.
They don't need it.
That's
Context
fair.
is not
Okay, for
needed.
this context, I am a lesbian.
I love
For
it.
Christian.
Yeah, for
I-
this as well. I'm a lesbian for Christian.
And I have a cult. That's so funny.
Okay, hold on. I gotta ask you now.
What?
All right, you remember first improv scene with her. Do you remember anything about when we first met?
That's so interesting.
Because I'm technically the one that scouted him for Take One.
That's very true. It's a bit, for me, it's a bit more muddy because I met like a room full of people all for the very first time.
I was upperclassmaning his class.
Yeah, so for level one improv, Kimber was the upperclassman, which means that she went through the entire program once,
And then COVID hit.
and then COVID hit, and then she took the entire 6 levels again with us, and she was basically like our big sister, which was really nice, and I appreciated it. But no, unfortunately, I don't remember our first.
That's fair. There was a lot going on.
There was. And
I will always remember the scene, though, where I planted my boot on your chest. I was about ready to kick you, and Lindsay stopped the scene. I was like, no, this
Which
was about to
Lindsay?
get into yes mommy territory, and I'm here for
I
it.
feel like even outside of a scene, there's a world where you plant your boot on his chest.
Yeah.
And it's this world.
It's
It really is, though.
I feel like that's my role with everybody in Take One. Like
Yes.
like Kayla and Liz and Lindsay and like everybody just wants
Little
to.
brother.
You're the joyful punching bag.
I am.
Oh, I don't want to
We
punch
love
him.
you. No.
joyful-
Metaphorical.
I
Metaphorical.
don't
No.
want to metaphorically punch him.
But no, I have slid into this like little like shitty
Little
brother
brother.
role.
Yes.
Where I just like I like to poke and prod and be annoying.
All right, so I literally just described you earlier to Milo and Stephanie as the little brother of Take One, and they were like, that fits so well. He is.
I am, yeah. And it's so funny now because we have Aaron and Audrey who are both younger than me. And then you're a little younger.
I'm 33.
Yeah, but like they're like in their 20s, so it's
Audrey's
like
in her 20s?
Yeah, late 20s.
late 20s.
Late 20s.
I
Like
don't know why
28,
that's crazy
29.
to me. I feel like
There's an age gap between her and Charlie.
Yeah.
well, no, it wasn't because of the age gap.
Well, she also-
she just feels like an older person.
She carries
true.
herself. She has
That's
a
true.
lot of improv experience, and she's very confident in that realm.
Yeah.
So, and also too, like because we did the fair, like I said last weekend, and Audrey had the same kind of responses you had. It's like, oh, Christian, I thought you'd been doing improv a lot longer.
Because you're so good. He's
You're
so
really dang good. You're
Thank
really
you.
dang good.
I
yeah.
appreciate that. I'm setting this up for compliments for me, but no. But my favorite part of this, I was like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I've been busting my ass to get where I am, and I was like, when I started, I just I wasn't as good, and Corey. He was drinking, and he just kind of like shook his head, and he's like, wait a minute, that was mean. No, like Christian's put in a lot of work. It's just like, yeah, he sucked.
You weren't that bad.
No, but I had
You
a lot
were
of work
not
to
that
do.
bad.
No.
It was apparent from the first class when I met you. I don't remember the exact thing, but like I was like, oh, he's got good instincts.
Thank you. No, and I know like because I met Corey while in level 1, and so, and then by level 4, I could tell he had taken an interest in me.
Even though he
That's so
thought that
funny.
you hated him.
Oh,
yeah.
you thought you hated him?
No,
He
he thought
thought-
I hated him.
Oh.
So
Why?
when I first met Corey, I was wearing this jacket. For the audio listeners, it is my old Kung Fu uniform jacket top, which makes me feel very colonize-y when I wear it, but I don't know. I earned this uniform.
Appropriator.
Yeah, I know. But this was given to me by a Korean man who, whatever, doesn't matter.
It does matter. He was very dear to you. And
He was. And like, I love my history of martial arts. And Corey is also a martial artist.
You've done the work.
I have done the work.
You've done the work.
Corey's also a martial artist and did the thing that Corey does where he gets really excited and he's like, "Bah!" and he runs at me.
Oh, God.
And it
Yeah.
was so overwhelming for me at the time.
Oh, no.
His
Like-
social anxiety was real bad.
Like my medication was all over the place. I hadn't found what works yet. And to get bum rushed in like
By Corey.
in my first few weeks of improv and this thing I hadn't done before, it was a lot. And so I was just like, oh, and also too, and Corey knows this, I chose Stomping Ground because of him and Danny.
Really?
So, and this is my first
Oh,
time
yeah, I think
meeting.
you told me that.
Yeah, well, just because they were doing anime and I wanted to do anime. And so meeting him, I was like, oh, cool. I feel weird because I kind of pseudo-stalked you to this theater. And now you're being really nice to me. I don't know how to do with this. And so I just got really quiet. And he thought I didn't like him. And so it wasn't until level 4 where he's like, oh, no, Christian's fine.
Yeah, that's why I can't go off of any first impression I have of anybody. I don't know what they're going through or how they
Right.
react to people. And I'm a very, like, I'm going to joke around with you. And not everyone's like that. You know?
Right.
Not everyone receives it well.
Such as
So-
that poor waitress from
Yeah,
last
that
night.
poor waitress.
Poor waitress was
So,
having a day.
it's just like I have to wait until like 4 or 5, what do you call them, meetings before I'm
Right.
like, yeah, this person really doesn't like
That's
me.
fair. That is very fair.
And for some people, it's so much harder. Like some people you can read real easy. Like some people you can't. Like Hale, you can't read her.
Lindsay
No.
Hale. Or gosh, Lindsay Goldap.
Goldap, she seems pretty easy to read, at least to me. I don't know.
I find her easier to read than
Yeah.
Hale.
Hale, I used to find very hard to read. She's become easier recently, but that's just because I've seen her in more settings, I think.
No, that's true.
And-
I'm cool with Hale now, but I remember when I first met her, I was just like, you are an enigma.
Yes!
That's the
Yes,
best word.
that is very much so the word for Hale.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, this was something that happened earlier today. I want to
Okay.
ask you two a question.
Yes.
I'm taking your host role.
Do it.
All right. You guys have to say this basically at the same time.
Oh, is it the thing that Milo is doing?
Okay, well, I don't know what your answer is.
Okay.
All right. So I want you to say, as soon as I ask,
Okay.
you have to respond immediately.
Okay.
No time to think.
No time to
Okay.
think.
All right. I need you to say the one word that you feel like encapsulates you. 1, 2, 3, go.
Anxious.
Caring.
Okay, anxious and caring.
Yeah.
I think I said Karen.
You're definitely not a Karen.
I'm the C, the manager of this apartment.
You are definitely caring. Yeah. You are like super duper caring.
I try to be.
Anxious. Yes, you are super duper anxious.
Yeah.
I've been caring to a fault before to put the kibosh, is that the
Yes.
word, on that a while back.
Yeah. That is a
I
hard
got
thing to do.
boundaries, but I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty. If I can help, I'll help. Like Audrey and I were not like great friends when I offered her that room. I was just like, I have a room, and
Like,
you're bouncing from couch to couch to stay in the room. It's
Yes.
there.
I get that.
So I try.
I get that.
What's the word you use, Kimber, for yourself?
What did you
Technically,
tell
it was a
my
series of words,
That's-
but
Yes,
that's
that
like,
is
but
not
it's like
the that's not what she told you
they
to do.
accepted
They
it.
did not tell you to
no,
do
no.
that.
Here's the thing: they accepted it in the way that somebody might like accept the guess of the Lion King and something because it pertained to a very specific thing.
Fine.
And
they
it was
need to stick to their guns when they do this.
okay. Well, then, but Stephanie condensed. Her answer was essentially mine answer, but my original answer was recovering manic pixie dream girl.
It's accurate.
It's extremely accurate.
Oh man.
And Stephanie had said, who is the director of operations at our theater, eccentric, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure, we'll go with that, eccentric.
I think you
for
have
you,
to be
okay.
rich to be eccentric.
Yeah.
Neither of us are rich.
Right. I think if you're not rich, you're just weird.
Fine, I'm weird. I'm
You're on
weird.
this
The
couch.
internet.
Is that a slur for you or something?
Yeah, I
We're
know.
weird
No,
people.
it's just that like I enjoyed being weird for a very long time. I was like, gosh, that's so. And then I'm like, you know what? This is the most normal in my life that I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm still weird.
No, yeah,
I'm still really
But you're
weird.
happier, right?
I'm pretty happy.
There you
I'm
go.
pretty happy.
yeah.
It's like be you, but like be happy about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's people are like, don't judge other people. I know people are gonna judge you, but are you happy with who you are? That's the only part that matters.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, we've gotten so
No,
off
no,
of
no.
any of your
Yeah.
topics.
No. You're totally fine.
Well, there are people talking.
Yeah, there are. That's exactly what I'm pulling
Hi,
up.
people. How
I'm
are
pulling
you
it up
tonight? I can't
right
read
now.
your answers because they're
They're so
crossed up.
flawed.
It's okay.
Why am I
Oh.
doing the baby Brooklyn kind
I
of
don't
accent?
know,
I
but
don't
it's so
know.
weird. And now you have me doing it. Like,
Oh,
what are you
I
doing?
don't know. What are you doing?
Get your nails done after this?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Justin Wayne was in the chat.
Hey, Justin.
Hello, Justin.
Hopefully you're still here. He said, wait, was that the introduction? I don't know when this was. I'm going to say yes. And we nailed it.
There have been no mistakes on this stream.
Yeah, not even before you got here.
Nope. Oh wait. What?
Yeah, we were having technical issues.
Yay!
Yeah.
Isaac has said hello to both Chanel and Kimber. Thank
Hello,
you.
Isaac. I want your last name to be Asimov, but I know it isn't.
So, Isaac, if you can change your last name to Asimov.
Asimov.
Well, for copyright reasons, you should change it to Asimov.
Oh, that's true because he totally copyrighted his name, his surname.
I am saying yes.
Okay,
No
that's
further,
how names
no
are.
further questions.
All right, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I want to move into the segment. I talked to both of you briefly about it. And normally I wouldn't. I would just put you on the spot.
It's fine because I did not think of any stories.
Great.
I've got too many to pick from. So.
Okay, cool. I'll go first.
Okay.
So what I want to do, and I if you watched the last episode, I did this with Danny, but I really like playing this game, so I'm going to do it again. So we're going to play Lie or Truth, Truth or Lie. And so I am going to make a statement. Whether it's true or false, I get to choose whatever. Shut up. And
Tell the internet to shut up.
shut up, internet. You've had your time. And then Chanel and Kimber are going to ask me questions to ascertain whether it's a truth or lie.
Oh, I think I saw this with John Mulaney, Pete Davidson, and Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, lots of people have done it.
It's just that was the funniest I've ever seen.
And by that I mean this is an original idea, and I
Yeah.
didn't steal it from anything.
No, you don't steal anything in improv.
No, actually, I first saw it. There's a British panel show called Would I Lie to You? And that's the entirety of the show. They bring on 6 comedians.
Yeah.
And they have 2 teams. And I adore that show. It's really, really fun. Okay, so my statement is when I was 15 until I was about 17, I had a stalker in high school.
So at this point, we just ask you
You
questions.
just ask me questions.
Male or
True.
female? I'm also saying true on this one.
Well, let's ask
It
questions.
it was a female.
Okay. Same grade, younger, older.
Older.
Okay. How
How did you
long?
meet?
She was the neighbor of my best friend.
Okay. And how long was the stalking?
Yeah.
Over a year. I don't have like an exact month or day to you.
What? Sorry.
you
What?
go.
Can you give us one specific thing she did when she stalked you?
I can give you a few, yeah. The one that really got me was she snuck in. So my house, my mom's house growing up, when you walk in, there's a landing, and there's stairs up and there's stairs down. And so on the banister between the two stairs going up or down, there's a banister. And she had snuck into my house and left me a love letter on the banister.
It's not creepy at all.
No.
She should have left it in the refrigerator.
How old is she?
A year older than me at the time. So if I was 15, she was 16. I was 16, she was 17.
Oh man, those teenage hormones.
Yeah.
Indiana has some weird teenagers.
Yeah, this was in Indiana, yeah. I mean, I actually received a few different notes. When we first met, I was, I'm going to say the word held hostage. That sounds really bad. But, like, I was 15, and they had dared me to kiss this girl, and they wouldn't let me leave until I did.
Oh boy.
So you were held
Yeah,
hostage.
you were-
I was, yeah. And, like, it's funny because I had just met most of these people.
This is sexual harassment.
And, yeah, I was 15. And that was
Because
actually...
it makes it better.
You're saying it like that just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it was my first kiss, too.
Oh,
And I was not a fan. And after that, they would not stop.
Oh man.
Yeah.
so yeah, I say true. I mean, we were asking
Absolutely
questions,
true.
but I said
Absolutely true. 5,000% true.
Interesting. It's technically a lie
How?
Technically,
I've heard part
no.
of the story before.
because it was different people.
No,
What?
no,
What?
you
Hold on,
can't do
wait.
that.
I
Christian,
can do that.
Christian Eris.
What's
what?
up? So one girl snuck in, left me a note, but that was it. Like there was nothing ever went beyond that. Another girl kissed me, my first kiss, and she just developed a crush on me. Nothing creepy. The other girl I didn't get to talk about. I had more, but yeah.
I know there's a lot more. That's why I thought they were the same person.
So if I smush them all together, it gets really creepy and weird.
I
Okay.
hate this. I feel so betrayed.
Yeah, I feel like you won that on a technicality.
You did!
That was just a technicality.
That's the game.
Whatever. I don't like you one bit. I want
better
all truth or all false.
If you incorporate a little bit of truth, it's much easier to play the game.
Oh, that just feels slimy. That just
Well.
feels slimy.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
I don't think you are.
No, I don't
I'm
think
not.
you are.
I'm really not. I'm winning so far.
Okay. Kimber, it's your turn. 'Cause
Yeah, but
I
just
need
pick
to
a
think.
story.
I'm still trying to.
Or
Okay.
just a statement, I guess. You
Yeah,
said.
it can also be completely true, which makes it easier.
I've had knives thrown at me.
True. It's true too.
Oh, I want to say true. Okay. Who threw the knives at you?
A professional knife thrower.
Oh, okay. So that answers the why. Was this at a carnival of some sort?
A Ren fair.
A Ren fair.
Yes.
Were you a volunteer or part of the act?
So I guess technically not a volunteer. Because I had my hand raised for me. And so like I wanted to, but like I was 20 years old and I also have anxiety, audience. And so my boyfriend at the time, who later became my ex-husband, that's a confusing sentence.
They skipped getting married. They went
Yeah.
directly from
Straight to divorce.
boyfriend to divorce.
They raised my hand for me.
Yeah. I
And-
wonder why they're your ex-husband.
Yeah. They definitely love you having
And
choices.
so I went up on stage.
It's one of those things where I know Corey will do this, where if someone else raises a person's hand, he'll pick the person who raised their hand.
That's a good
Yes,
way to do
that
it.
is how you
I
should
love
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
Any other
interesting.
questions?
Yeah. I've been dominating this.
No,
Sure.
I mean, I said yes because I
Oh, you
believe
just know for the
it's
questions.
true. I mean, I'm thinking of questions.
You were 20.
So you were on stage. You don't scare me.
Oh, we're
No.
So I mean, how like
Yes, I was on stage.
Okay.
you how scared were you?
So going up, I wasn't scared. I was enthusiastic. But once they placed me up against the board, which is like this big 10-foot board by like, I guess like 5 feet wide, 6 feet wide. And I was skinny, 125 pounds, like skinny. And
Kimber's also 7 feet tall, so it is.
I am 5'8".
Oh.
Thank you very much. Although recently I went to the doctor and they told me that I was 5'7", and I don't think that's
That
true.
happens to me all the time too.
I
Because
think-
I'm 5'8" or 5'7".
I don't think that is true.
So I've been working with my booth that I just bought this past week, and my girlfriend doesn't have measuring tape. She has garment measuring tape, and so she has 2 different measuring tapes. And so I grabbed one, and I was like, man, this booth is tiny. I don't understand. It's supposed to be 4 feet. It's like 3 something. And I grabbed the other one, and I compared it. The measuring's completely
I
different.
saw
my
a picture
gosh.
of that, and it said, and they had them like slightly off where it started. Like, this is why I have trust issues.
Dude, no, it was
Yeah.
it blew my mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But anyways, so a little bit scared when they put me up against the board. Then when they started throwing knives, so it was a father-daughter team. And one was throwing this way and the other one was throwing this way. And so you would have knives going thunk, 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 and they'd be crossing about this far. How is that? About 7 inches.
A hand's width.
A hand's width in front of your face.
That's scary.
And so that's when I started getting, I got scared. And so and I realized about halfway up, because I could hear it, that my eyes were closed. And I was like, no, I need my eyes open. So I forced my eyes open, and that was still terrifying, but I did it. I didn't die. I didn't get stabbed or pierced or anything like that. I survived.
This is not a technicality that this isn't true. I'm gonna be so
And-
upset.
Nobody got a picture.
Oh, that's interesting.
They-
How
my-
convenient.
My boyfriend even had he had a digital camera. And he did not get a picture of me.
Don't threaten the internet.
For the audio listeners, Kimber got up in the camera. That was awesome.
Threatening the
I will
internet.
always get up in the camera. I just want to make intense eye contact with everyone, and all I
Yes.
have is a lens, and I
love
will
it.
do it.
Just threatening the
So when you first started this story,
Yeah.
I thought the technicality would be that you were the one who threw the knives, but I don't think that's true anymore.
No.
I'm going to say true.
Yeah, I said true.
True. Okay.
I actually was going for the technicality, but I won't do it.
Good.
I won't do it. The 2 technicalities in there was I enthusiastically raised my hand myself.
Well, so the statement was,
That someone raised my hand for me.
no, your statement
No.
was, I had knives thrown at me.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
is that how this works?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're putting technicalities in the answers to the questions. The technicality
Well,
would have
hold
been
on. His
My
thing was
statement
I
was
had
I had
a
a
stalker.
stalker.
one stalker. He didn't
And
have
so it's
one
still
stalker.
true.
But I also never
he
had a
didn't.
stalker.
He had a bunch of girls do weird things to him.
But it never went beyond those weird things.
That just made me mad. Okay, fine. I'm sorry that I misunderstood the
That's
terms
okay.
of the game, which is very on brand for me.
It is.
And the other one was it was a father-son team.
Got you.
But I did get knives thrown at me, and it was terrifying, and nobody got a picture of me.
That's interesting.
All right, Chanel, you're up.
I have one, but it's a little. It's not like explicit. It's just.
Excuse?
Danny's-
I'm sorry.
Can I
I'm
tell
sorry.
you,
Yeah.
we played this last time, and Danny's story was she snuck into someone's apartment and had sex with them. So
Okay.
I would like to not go there.
We're not. We're not gonna go there.
Was
but-
it true?
It was true.
Yep. Okay.
Good for
I knew
her.
it.
Danny, good job. Good
I
for
know
you.
it. I don't know why I knew it, but I knew it.
Yeah.
Danny, get yours.
Hey, if it is very consensual, it's very consensual.
Yeah.
My mom watches this, so
Hello, Christian's mother.
Yeah. Christian's
Mommy.
mother, Danny, get yours. I am a problem.
Okay, what is
No, you're just a
your
supportive friend.
statement?
You still don't scare me.
I'm not trying to
He's
scare you,
trying
I'm
to
just
threaten me.
intense.
I'm not the internet. You can't threaten me. All right. So I have been to a furry convention, more like a dungeon type situation.
like S&M.
No, like a furry. It wasn't a S&M situation. It was more just like what furries do. Their sex.
Fur
was it-
pile.
Fur pile, is that what you want to call it? 'Cause
Oh,
that's not
you
what
went
they
to a
call me.
furgy.
A furgy.
Okay.
That's not what it was told to me.
I just made it up.
Yeah.
Oh, but why
so-
isn't it called that
Yeah,
though?
it should be called a
So
furgy.
it wasn't a convention; it was a party.
Yeah, it was a party. A party that was like, it was very chill.
Okay, so that's your
But
your
stuff
that's your
was
statement.
happening on
Okay.
one side of a curtain.
I
There's a
got a
curtain
question.
and there are people on one side or furries on one side.
I'm sorry. Okay, first question is why?
Oh, well, my friend was he met this girl and like they were supposed to start dating and they didn't because of reasons I can't talk about.
Because of the furry party?
No. But they ended up being friends and she invited him and he invited me as like a people watcher.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, now go back to the curtain thing. What?
So it was like a little party. So you come in, there's like you have to sign a thing. Well, first to sign up, you had to like go on their version of Facebook and like make a whole profile. You go in, they give you the safe word. And then like there was like a potluck type situation happening on one side of the curtain. And on the other side, there's just like people walking around in like really elaborate furry costumes. Like
With the articulated tails that move and have
thousands
servos.
of dollars
Yeah.
based on what they told me.
Yeah,
It's
they're very
crazy.
expensive.
There's also like in different corners, different stations, explicit things happening. It was
So there was like a general lobby where people were chill, and then there were rooms where people were
well,
not
no,
chill.
not rooms. Like it was an area that was open, and there was
Cordoned
like one
off.
station. It wasn't cordoned off. It was just like this is one station, that's one station, that's one station, and people were doing things.
Want to ask what these stations were, and I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Is she allowed to?
Am I allowed to ask what these stations were?
Yeah.
What were these
So
stations?
one of the stations, there was just like spanking, but it was like a zebra and was it some kind of cat or whatever, and the cat was just like so stupid, but like the zebra was like really into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Christian, I've been asking all the questions
No,
because
you're
that's what
fine.
I do.
So did you dress up?
No, I went to People Watch. I don't have a furry costume.
Did your friend dress up?
No, oh, you mean the friend that
invited
the two of us? No, but she had a friend that was there, like that was a part of that particular party, and he dressed up.
Okay, so you filled out a profile.
Yeah.
But it didn't require you. So it sounds like really organized and also really sketchy.
Well, it's not sketchy at all.
That's
Like
good.
it was very organized because like you had to have a profile on that website
Yeah.
to get into the for it to be like, oh, you're a part of this community, even though we weren't.
Yeah.
And we weren't the only ones that weren't dressed up. That's the thing.
Was this the kind of place where you had to sign a waiver beforehand?
Yeah, you had to sign a waiver to get in there.
Interesting. I'm going to say, based on the amount of detail and insanity, that this is a true story.
Gosh, I'm so divided.
More questions?
No, because here's the thing. It's really hard to imagine you in that environment.
It felt, I should say, like it felt less like a sexy thing that was happening and more like a Comic-Con I was at. It was
Yeah.
a very weird feel. Like I did not feel any kind of sexy anything happen.
I can totally imagine you at something like that, whether
Yeah.
it's sexy or not, just because you're very open for things and you're I was gonna say exploratory, adventurous in that
I
kind
would
of
like
way.
try anything once
Yeah.
as long as it's not hurting anybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say true.
Fine, I'll say true.
I
know it! I should have gone with my
No,
gut!
actually, it was a technicality too.
What was the
It
technicality?
was just a normal sex dungeon.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I just added the furry part.
You heard it here, folks.
It was
Just a normal sex dungeon.
Yeah, so like the whole story about my friend's friend, like all that was true, and she invited us, and then my friend's like, "Hey, you want to go to a sex dungeon?" I was like, "Sure, let's go." And I don't remember the name of the website, but you did have to sign up on the website. You went in there, and then they gave you the safe word. It was red. You go in there. There was a potluck going on one side, and then you go on the other side. There on one station, someone was whipping somebody. There was one station where like vigorous fingering was happening. It was like very sexually explicit, and then it was just not a lot of like hot people.
This makes a lot more sense because you had so many details. It was like, I know
things
that
were
these are accurate details.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to tell you how I know, but no, I've never been to one either. That's not my deal. But I just know from the internet.
That's not any better. I don't know what vibe you're trying to say about yourself, but it's just saying you watch porn.
No, God, no. It's
Oh,
more
oh
like,
no,
she
never.
never
Oh,
watched
Jilly
porn.
Willikers.
Oh my gosh.
again, I am asexual.
I'm a sensitive flower.
No. It's more like just weird stuff that people say online.
Well,
But anyways, this all makes sense. And also I'm friends with Milo.
yeah.
Yeah, that too.
So, yeah.
Okay. I feel slightly cheated, but less so than his.
No, because mine was, I had a stalker. I didn't have a stalker. I just had people who did weird things.
I remembered the thing with the note.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing that happened.
All right, moving on.
Kimber is so salty.
Okay, look, I've been reading children's books for the last, a children's book for, the last, 2 hours.
That's what it was, the Don Quixote thing.
Yeah, the Don Quixote
Oh,
Right.
yeah, I was really... so
Yeah, you about
Yeah.
tore him open.
I didn't tear him open. I was
No,
just... I wanted to...
Greg tore
Greg
him
was
open.
about to tear him
Greg
open.
did. I wasn't gonna say anything, but once Greg, a person, a teacher at a elementary school, middle school, and they want someone to read Don Quixote as an audiobook
For fifth graders.
for
fifth
fifth graders.
graders.
So I
Which
know.
is 992 pages
Yeah.
in its normal form.
And it's between 300,000 and 400,000 words, which is between 30 and 40 hours. And as an audiobook narrator like myself, it takes me about 4 hours to do one single hour of work. So if you multiply 30 to 40 by 4, it's a lot of work and it's not paid. And I wanted to let people know who were thinking about doing it.
Yeah, you were very respectful.
Yeah.
Greg was like,
Yeah.
what? And I was like, oh no, this man is about to get torn apart by
You were
working
got,
actors.
man.
Yeah, I just wanted people to, if they got into it, who've never done audiobook work before, how much work it is. It's a ton.
We literally just sat around a table around a Blue Yeti mic and read one chapter each. We got
Okay.
2/3 of the way through the book.
No, that's great.
cool. That's
That's great.
great.
If there are stumbles, then there are stumbles. I know most Spanish pronunciations. There are a couple people at that table that do not know
Oh,
Spanish
no.
pronunciations. They're very anglicized.
No.
And that's just
It's
life.
fine. It's
That's life. And it's only, this version is for fifth graders and is only 69 pages long.
That's great.
So,
No, I mean, I'm
59.
glad.
59.
Yeah, 59. I'm glad that people got it, that you're all working it out. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I felt that I was thinking about volunteering, but I'm literally in the middle of an audiobook.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Yeah.
The deadline's going to be at the end of this month. So
Yeah,
I need to
that's
get through it.
fine. You do it. You do you.
It didn't feel like anyone was tearing into anybody, really. It just felt like you were letting Josh know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm glad
This is
though.
what you're asking people.
But
to
I am
do.
glad I said something because then he clarified.
Yeah.
Because I was texting him.
Okay, good.
I texted him, was you need to clarify that this is a book for fifth graders that is very
Well,
short.
he did say doing this for fifth graders,
Yeah,
and it
but-
didn't
Yeah.
register in anyone's head
Well,
that
but-
it was abridged.
It would, yeah. You need to mention abridged
Yeah.
because it's a 1,000-page book is not a joke. I do 300 to 400-page books, and it takes me weeks to do. And so to imagine to do a 1,000-page book would take me months of 8-hour days, 5 days a week.
But like I said, we're not doing
No, no,
anything
no.
professional.
Which is totally good.
We got attacked by a hornet in the middle of it, and it is recorded on audio. I will
should
send it
paste
to
it
you.
in
Do you
the-
want to hear
Yes,
Stephanie scream?
I do.
Oh,
I
we've
so
got it
do.
recorded, and it's not anything like I thought it would sound like. It's amazing.
It's not like a.
No, that was me.
Oh, that tracks.
With much cussing and nope.
I imagine you're like, what the fuck? What? That's what I imagine you doing.
It's actually pretty close because I was the one that noticed it. Literally landed on Stephanie's stomach, and nobody else noticed.
It's really
Well,
interesting.
Melanie did, but she didn't say anything about it.
On Thursday, I had a wasp fly in my booth, and I was the only one in there, and it was huge. And I have cloth walls, and it went behind all my mics and stuff. And I was like, and I was
Okay,
freaking out.
you are a fellow nope on the wasps.
Wasps are top 10 of scaredies for me.
Question: Who's a yep on wasps?
Well, some people aren't bothered
yeah,
necessarily.
some
by
people
it.
aren't. Yeah, they're neutral on wasps.
I've
Yeah.
never met a neutral person on wasps.
Melanie.
Melanie? Oh, Melanie is a very crunchy person.
Melanie.
No, she is. Like,
Yes.
she's an outdoorsy. When I say crunchy, I mean, like, outdoorsy.
Outdoorsy.
Oh, I'm
She
thinking.
likes to go to the fishery. She has a favorite fish, you
Okay.
know, things like that.
Yeah, she is an interesting. I mean, she works directly with like environmental stuff as
Yeah.
well, so she's very
Yeah.
outdoorsy.
I mean, crunchy in the best way.
yes.
No, that's totally fine. I was thinking like very like crunchy like joints.
Oh.
Like whenever she moves, she's like crunch, 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 crunch.
Just
Yeah.
for all the audio listeners.
Oh, good. I'm sure people love that.
Yeah, that's great.
But no, I had it fly in my booth, and then I went to go grab things like a little jar and things to kind of get it out of my booth. It was gone, and so then I'm editing my work for hours, constantly looking over my shoulder, and it was hours later that I finally found it and got rid of it. Yeah.
You ever had a lizard come in your room and you're just like,
Oh.
we're roommates now?
No, I've had issues with lizards this last summer.
It's like that side of the room's yours, the top side. Right?
Well, I mean, like, I'm
From
not
the ceiling.
particularly, like, opposed to them, but the first time that one, like, I was sorting laundry on the floor, and it was really hot, and my doors weren't the best sealed in my home, and so, like, they were coming in to find a cooler place and water.
Right.
And I moved something in from one pile of laundry to another, and, like, something skittered out from one to another, and I was like... I thought it was like a roach or something. It was like, no.
You
I
do
do
that
not.
no
No,
lots.
no. And so I go and get my vacuum cleaner. I'm just gonna suck that sucker up. And thankfully I saw that it was a lizard before after that. And so like I got a little solo cup and I got some junk mail and I did that and its tail popped off.
They do that.
They do,
Was it
but
like a little
not all.
gecko?
Yeah, it was a little gecko, but not all species of lizards do that. And I was really afraid because it was near the edge. I was afraid that I had actually severed the tail with the cup because I didn't know if it was one of the types it was supposed to. So I'm just like, I took it outside, but afterwards I'm like furiously googling, like trying to figure out what type of lizard this is and trying to make sure I didn't maim it.
Oh, that's so sweet. You know a fun fact? Jamaicans hate lizards.
Why?
Is it like an inherent genetic thing?
Yeah,
Like
you're born, and they put a lizard by you when you're a baby, and you're like, like, no,
okay,
that's
okay.
Jamaican.
Side note:
But-
Chanel is Jamaican.
Oh yeah, I'm Jamaican. Yeah, like not parents are Jamaican. Like I was born and raised in Jamaica. So there's a type.
This is not just a stereotype. This is an actual Jamaican.
So for
And
the-
those Italians. Let me
know.
tell you
Oh,
something.
those Italians.
what I love is that the way you won't hear this obviously, but like Kimber did a very much like a Price is Right on Chanel.
Here's a Jamaican.
Havana White.
$59.99.
Havana White.
I love
But
it.
the type of lizard it's like this lizard that has a little fan that comes out and it croaks. It's called a croaking lizard. And
Okay,
they say
so
it
like
really
a like a
fast.
frog do.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like a little thin like thing that just like it's called, and we call it a croco lizard. It's a croaking lizard, and like that's just like one of the top fears for Jamaican people.
Why are they poisonous?
No, we just don't like them. And flying
How big are
cockroaches.
they? Okay,
They're
now
like
that
no-
is valid.
They're like normal sized like lizards. They're not like white all the time. They're brown and they live outside and sometimes they get inside and
I don't have my phone with me, so I can't look this
I'll
up.
look it up for you.
I crave
I'll
knowledge.
look it up.
That's fine. So while you're looking things up, Audrey has popped up in the chat.
Audrey!
She says that she misses us and loves us.
We miss you and love you too.
We've already replaced you. We
This is
actually have
not true.
forgotten that you
Don't
exist.
listen to him.
This is
He
not
is a
remotely
liar.
true.
He
We do
said he
not
had a
know.
stalker.
So
I wanted to bite your finger just
I-
now.
Don't do it.
I won't. You can't put fingers in front of my
Now I want to do it.
sweetheart. I am trained from having a little sister.
I was a little sister. I am a little sister. I am a little sister. My
Did
Oh, I
you-
thought
did you
maybe you
murder-
passed her in age.
Oh,
Oh no, I
I
thought
was
maybe you
thinking.
murdered her.
Oh.
oh, one of two things happened. Anyways, continue.
The pure innocence of what you looked at me and you're like, she murdered her. But yeah.
We love you.
We love you, Audrey. I guess.
Oh, I guess.
I will beat you with my shoe.
She knows I love her. Ugh.
All right, let me see.
Nowhere
this.
look. Oh, that thing's a bit aggressive.
not
looking.
They're
These
a
are
bit thick.
close up.
They're a
These
bit
are-
thick.
This is a close up picture. It's
May,
not.
may I
They're not
scroll?
like yeah. go
May I
on.
scroll?
Yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
they're not crazy looking. They're pretty small most of the time.
Are they? Okay, because they
Okay,
look.
so
yeah,
that is that the
Oh.
croaker?
Croaking lizard. It's just a croaking gecko. I guess they are geckos. Yeah.
Big gecko.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. On that note, we are approaching the end
Oh,
of our. I know.
this went by fast.
It did. It usually does. But we don't want to overstay our welcome.
It's not like we enjoy being around each other.
Yeah, it's not like
I
we
mean-
hung out last night.
Like that's like the whole point. Like I mean, it's to introduce the internet and stuff like that to our team and whatnot. But also, I just love talking with you guys.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get opportunities just to chill because everybody's so busy. So I figure the best way to do it is to make it work. And once we make it work, it's easier for people to carve time out to hang out.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, cool, we're doing things for the team. This is team stuff. Take one.
Yeah.
Rather than just like, let's be friends and go have dinner.
That is hard, and it shouldn't be.
But it's just,
It's adulting.
it's the nature of it.
Like my friends in Denton, my college friends, I went to school in Denton at UNT.
You said that like you were talking to God. You're like, yeah.
Up in
Gotta
Denton.
give up to the big man up there.
Yeah.
God lives in Denton.
Yeah.
Sorry.
With the craft beer. I haven't seen them in forever, and I'm gonna see them this Thursday. Every time a Marvel movie comes out, we buy tickets and we go watch it the opening night. So if the Marvels wasn't coming out on Thursday, I probably wouldn't see them for a while.
Well, that
All
was
right, hold
actually-
on. You went to UNT too?
Did you go to UNT?
Yes, I
Did
did.
we talk about this?
I don't know. Have we? I don't remember.
don't
There are a
know,
lot of
yeah.
people that go to UNT.
Oh,
I went to
Josh
Purdue.
went to UNT.
I think I talked to him about it. What'd you say?
That's okay.
What'd you say?
I said I went to Purdue.
Oh, the meat factory?
Yeah. I went to the meat factory.
He went to the school of chicken packing.
I did. I'm still picking chicken out of my picking chicken sons.
Picking chicken.
I like saying that.
Picking chicken.
No, but that's actually one thing that was really sweet when we went to Midland is that you have a friend who lives nearby.
Yeah. Oh,
And they came out. It was really
She's
sweet.
one of my college friends from Denton. We lived together in Denton. She was my first roommate that was fun living with. We had a party, a BYOP party, which is bring your own pool, because we had a house with a backyard. So everyone brought their own little kiddie pools, and we had one kiddie pool filled with ice and beer and everything, and everyone was just in their little kiddie pools around, and it was a very college experience.
That is so cute.
I miss her.
Yeah, me
She
too.
brought me a sign.
It was very cute. It was very cute.
Yeah.
I took pictures, and at one point she had the sign upside down, and I didn't.
And
say
you
it.
didn't say
I
anything.
said nothing.
Was
You're-
that the Chanel is my favorite person?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Okay.
very
And the
sweet.
others, we all yell each other's names. So the other side said Chanel,
Yeah,
but it was upside down when someone took a picture of it.
I did. I said nothing, and I feel proud about it.
Yeah, that true
was
little
my
brother energy.
It was my
True little brother
artistic
energy.
choice.
Had his little brother in it.
Shit energy. Anyways,
Yay! Cool. So, you two are doing tons and tons and tons of shows, improv shows. So, what
Yes.
kind of shows do you have coming up?
Let me look on my calendar. You go first.
jeez. So my shows, I'm getting a break for a while, thankfully, because since now that. Okay, these are the teams I'm on. I'm just going to list them.
Let's do it.
So I'm on Take One / F Words. Love them both. I'm also on another team with Chanel, which is Please, PSA, which is otherwise known as Please Sing Already. It is a 30-minute improvised musical. And then we're also on another musical improv team together, which is Spaghetti Confetti. Spaghetti Confetti, which is kid-friendly, and that is the first Saturday of every month. Right before Crime Night. Go figure.
It's a
then
hard performing day.
it is a hard performing day. That is 3 shows back to back to back. I am also part of what is known as Midnight Vault, which is a parody based off of various B horror movies. So our last parody was Night of the Living Dead.
So good, y'all. It was
Gosh,
so good.
we weren't sure how we were going to make that funny considering. We made it work though.
I'm so upset I didn't get to be a zombie. Greg asked me and I wasn't able to make to the rehearsal, but some extra people got to just walk around the theater.
Just being
the
zombies.
it was
And they
so
just
great.
slowly increased over time. But we've
I have
also
to say this
done.
one thing. Melanie was she died punching someone, so the whole time she was just up against the wall, just pretending to punch the wall while y'all were doing your thing on stage.
yeah.
It was great.
It's fun. We've also done stuff like It Came From Outer Space, which is based on The Blob, or Jaws, and anyways, it's fun. Also a acapella soundscape thing called The Bat, which is improv completely in the dark. and it can be very funny, but also very surreal and weird and scary. One part is literally called The Nightmare, and I love it. It's like yoga for the brain. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Maybe it'll come to me later. Chanel.
Well, I could, all right.
Oh, also, I coach 2 teams. I coach an Outlast, which is based off of a reality show, Survivor, and then I also coach Midnight Diner, which is a 2-person show, and it's absolutely wild. It's like Americana cryptids, or like Americana, like, urban weirdness. It's a lot of fun. It's very, very fun. Okay, Chanel.
I love that you describe it like that, and I just think it's just Milo and Stephanie.
Oh, it's just Milo and Stephanie
being Milo
weird.
and Stephanie.
Being weird.
Nothing,
But there,
no change.
there's literally an actual form to it. There
definitely
Yeah.
is, but it is just them. It's perfect for them.
Gosh, it's their soul.
Yeah. Oh, poor Toshi.
Yeah, he's gonna come in a minute.
All right, so the shows I have coming up. Well, I am in a musical improv group called Friends to Death, which is with a bunch of people from another theater in Dallas called Dallas Comedy Club. So we have a show on Saturday, and then I also have Broadway-ish, which is another musical improv group I'm a part of, where like we kind of do a Broadway show, where like we take the name of a Broadway show and some songs, and then we decide not to sing those songs, but all the songs we sing have those titles, and then like we rename the show to something else, and then we get like a new song, and we figure out a new opening and closing number. So like one of the times everyone voted on doing Chicago, and then they changed it to New York. So we still sang all the songs from Chicago, but like the name of the musical was New York.
And none of the songs are the same.
Yeah, we don't sing like any
The
of the real
titles
songs.
are the same, but they're completely different.
Yeah. So at Broadway-ish this weekend, that's happening. Also, my fucked up Thanksgiving, which is a
You dropped the
seasonal-
F word.
It happened. I'm sorry. We get one, right? Hopefully.
PG-13 rules.
My effed up Thanksgiving is a seasonal show that happens during Thanksgiving. It's one of the best shows that I think we do. It's really great.
It's wild.
We like turn the theater into like different parts of a house. So the stage is the living room, the middle of the theater is a dining room, there's a kitchen, there's a bedroom, and there's like certain paths you have to walk through to get to those places. And a lot of us from Take One are in that. Me, Corey, Danny, Liz, Lindsay Hale, Kayla. So basically almost everyone except you guys. What are you doing? Gotta be in it.
My family's not dysfunctional enough, is what I say.
Oh, well.
I can't. I come from the Cleavers.
I don't know how to get on that. I wanted to, but I've never. I don't know.
I think that the year that you auditioned, there wasn't an opening.
Yeah, I just got on it because there was an opening, and Ione also got on it because of that. I think what's her name, Desiree. She dropped out.
Yeah, she dropped out.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
it's whatever.
So there's that show that's coming up. Yeah, and I'm in all the shows that she said, and I think that's enough talking from me.
No, I mean, so basically, if you show up at a night where Stomping Ground in Dallas is having a show, you'll be able to see one of these two lovely people.
Most likely. Oh, and then Chanel teaches.
Oh, I teach level 1.
And-
If you want to come fall in love with improv, come and do it with me. It's so fun. We get your gremlin energy out, and even if you don't want to do improv, it's like a really good place to like just have recess. Because when you're an adult, you don't get to have recess. So come on.
Yeah.
And I teach level 2, which is where we take all that fun, and then I will beat you into something that is functional.
Or it'll still be fun
And it will still be fun. It
Don't
just might
scare
hurt
people
along the way,
away.
but it's a good kind of hurt.
She's not gonna hurt you. Come and do level 2.
Come and do level 2, please. I promise I'm a good
Do
teacher.
level 1 first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of need to do
You
that.
need to fall in love with it before she beats you into submission.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to fall in love with your partner before you have the fight.
And then if we're pushing our classes, I'm teaching VO 101, so
Yeah.
for voiceover and voice acting, starting November 16th. It's going to be every Thursday for 6 weeks, except it's going to be 9 weeks because I have to skip 3. 1 for Thanksgiving and then 2 for cons. So it'll probably go into January. But yeah, if you have any interest in starting voice acting, but you don't know where to start, and there's just too much information, it's just confusing, that's what this class is for. If you have a lot of knowledge already, this is going to be a bit redundant for you. But yeah, you just sign up. You can... Oh gosh, I don't have the email. Go to my social media. I have a flyer. It's through Odessa College.
Can you put it in the description? Or as John Green says, the doobly-doo?
I can put it in the doobly-doo. All right, any last departing statements?
This was so fun. I really want to do it again. So if ever
Yeah,
you
this
ever
was a
people-
lot of fun.
Look, Corey and Danny are busy enough that I'm going to be constantly asking you guys for help.
I'm down.
Yeah, and now I know how it works and that this is a timed thing.
It's a bit timed only because it's Sunday night and, people have to go to work tomorrow. And I try to keep it under an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I have some other parting words.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Make sure to join us next week for more gems of knowledge like that.
Oh, man.
Make sure to follow us at Take One Improv on Twitter, on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything like that, email us at take1improv@gmail.com.
Or bird facts.
If you want to email in bird facts, that sounds great as well. You can follow me at the Christian Harris, THE, and then my name. Do you guys want to push your social media?
I am Kimber B, as in like the animals, like the insect. So Kimber B _art on X/Twitter, whatever we're calling it, and Insta. Yeah, that's it for me.
I'm Chanel Peart on all the things. I will say I do have another a YouTube page from when I was getting my radio, television, and film degree. So you'll probably, if you go and look at that, you will see me doing some news packages.
I had a guy tell me, he's like, "Oh man, these videos, your hair is like this." I'm like, "What videos?" He's looking at videos from 3 years ago where I was just trying really hard to be a voice actor. It's embarrassing. I hate that they exist.
When you had the Guy Fawkes mustache?
I don't think I did for that.
Okay.
I think I was just very, very thin, and my hair was just it was very, very up.
Do you have the password to that YouTube page?
No, it's still my same YouTube.
Oh, because that other one, I can't. It's old enough where I can't do the thing to change it.
Oh,
so
interesting.
it's just there forever.
No, so for me, it's my official YouTube. It's where I put all of my demos and stuff on it still. I just forgot about those videos. All right, cool. Bye everybody!
Bye! Strawberries aren't berries!
Oh my goodness.